Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 5 of Hashtag Them Thrones. Once again, I'm your host, Sir Cuss-a-Lot Travis Pointer, joined once again by my co-host, Mara the Shark Watkins.
Konnichiwa.
And also, Johnny Jums.
I was going to say Konnichiwa, but Mara already took that. So, hey. Hi, everybody.
There's so many other languages you can choose from, John.
Yeah, but I lived in Japan.
But that's literally the only other one he knows, though. So
I've been to Japan, John, so...
I have no idea how to say hello in Spanish, either.
Hola.
Kidding.
Hi.
Or you could have gone French, bonjour.
Oh, or English.
Ciao.
Hello.
Italian.
Hello, governor. You could have gone
I'm
there.
pretty sure they say good day.
Good day. Cheerio. Top for
Well, that's what they say in Australia. And good eye, mate.
Good day, mate. Hi. All right.
Anyway, we're here to talk Game of Thrones. This week's episode, Eastwatch. Before we get started and get into the nitty-gritty details, give me your overall thoughts. Let's start with you, John. What'd you think?
I really enjoyed it. There were many moments where I was just like, yes, like really excited. Especially the end of the episode. I was like,
yeah.
Yes. I was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I loved it.
Yeah. Mara.
I was, I feel like because we only have so many episodes left, I'm a little selfish. I felt like tonight's episode ended kind of soft because I know it's leading into some crazy shit next week. But because last week it was so risk-taking, and now it's kind of just like, yeah, they're walking to beyond the wall. But I wanted something. I wanted another shoe to drop.
But they did drop a shoe. It just wasn't at the end. They did drop one. Let's talk about that first. Normally I like to go in order, but we're going to skip ahead and talk about this now because it's been just gnawing at me ever since they did it.
Oh, this baby cest?
No, not that.
Oh, not that? Okay.
Not that. I am talking about when Sam and Gilly were sitting around reading through those books and shit, and Gilly was like, a maester annulled Rhaegar's marriage, Prince Rhaegar, and married him to someone else. She didn't say his name right, so she didn't really even know who the fuck she was talking about.
Yeah, she said Rhaegar or something.
Yeah, but she annulled Rhaegar's marriage
and
married him to somebody else in the same day in Dorne. Who the fuck else do you think that could have been? Goddamn, R plus L does, in fact, equal J, people.
Yo.
And not only that, that show, he actually married her, which means Jon's not a bastard.
No, he's a rightful heir.
Jon is legitimate Targaryen. That throne is actually rightfully his.
Yep.
Don't tell Dany that she might behead him.
Man, whatever the fuck. She need to bend the knee, goddammit.
What was it? So, we weren't the only people who noticed that. My friend Kira also had put in our Facebook group, which is, Creation Magazine presents Hashtag Them Thrones. She was like, did anyone else peep what Tarly's girl was reading about in the Maester's records? And I was just like, yes, I just wanted her to keep reading until Sam had to interject with his anger. I understand Sam's upset.
Well, I said he was in a bad mood. He's been getting shit on, so long.
Literally.
Yeah. And then he even said it when he left, I'm tired of reading about, let me see, I got the exact quote here. Let's see. I'm tired of reading about the achievements of better men, which is why he left. And took Gilly and his, stepkid with him. Because, that's basically his kid now. Anyway.
Pretty much.
We can go back to the beginning now, but I had to get that out because, that was big shit. And
that's big shit.
Yeah, and I didn't want to wait for that. I don't normally go in order, but oh well. Anyway, let's go on back to the beginning, and we see that Bronn did in fact save Jaime's dumbass.
Not
Eh.
Dickon, like some people thought.
Speaking of Dickon, Mara, have you noticed that you've seen Dickon before in another show?
Yeah.
Do you know what show that is?
Was it The Flash? Was
No,
it
no,
Lost?
no.
Vikings.
No, 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 no.
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 Black Sails.
Yes, that's Black Sails. That's Billy.
I haven't watched it.
Right.
Yeah. I
I
didn't
was
notice
like,
it until this week either. I'm like, wait, that's Billy
like
from
I,
Black Sails. I know
like
that dude.
last week when like they briefly showed him, I was just like, he has one of those faces, and like no offense to him, like why don't just look alike? So I figured, that's what it was. And then this week, like the more they showed his face, I was like, I've seen him somewhere before, but where?
Yeah, Black Sails. That's Billy. Anyway, also I want to throw this out there. Little theory of mine. Also a theory shared by others after I looked into it a bit further. I still maintain that one of those dragons is gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
And there have been talks of this, in lore and all that in the world of Westeros. I feel like after I was talking to somebody about this, actually is my boy Ruben. Shout out to Ruben. We were talking about Game of Thrones. We were talking about this theory. We like one of these dragons is gonna die, and the Night King is gonna bring it back, and then we get an ice dragon. And the more I
For a
thought
quick
about,
for a quick second, I was thinking about it when at the end of the episode, I was like, how come they don't just, take one of the dragons, go over the wall, and then just, scorch these motherfuckers? And I was like, nope, 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 because then that's how you get ice dragons.
Well, my thing is though,
Yeah.
like the reason why they don't just do
You
that
want
is
ice
because
dragons?
Daenerys still isn't all the way on board with this whole fighting the dead thing. That's why.
She's
But
not gonna risk her children.
yeah, but she even said, "Yeah, these are my children." But yeah, I'm thinking that's what's. I'm like, this needs to happen now. The more I thought about it, the more I needed ice dragons. Like I need ice dragon versus fire dragon. Like Night King riding on ice dragon, Danny riding on fire dragon, and they, and yeah.
That'd be cool. What if the ice dragon and the fire dragon just fall in love?
And make like the song of ice and fire.
Yeah, they make love to the song of ice and fire. Oh, anyways, before that though, with the Bronn Jamie shit, I'm sorry, but this motherfucker didn't dive 50 feet, take Jamie, swim him to the other side of the lake, and then the war just be over.
Yo,
Like,
cardio would be life in Westeros.
Yo, he's on the other side of the water, and then Daenerys is like, "Yo, we ain't dealing with them right now. You motherfuckers bend the knee." Like that's what she was worried about.
yeah.
My thing is, I like how Bronn hit Jamie with that real shit though, because he was like, "Look, until I get what I'm owed, you don't get to die yet." Like
That was hilarious. I like that
and
line.
you're a fucking dumbass. Like he also went there with it
Cute
too.
little bro ship.
Yeah, man. And that's the thing. I don't even think that's a broship there. I think he's actually friends with Tyrion, but I think the whole thing with the Lannisters is just a means to an end for him. Like I really like he doesn't like them at all. With Jaime and Cersei, he's like, no. I don't think he really likes them. It's just they're paying him right now. But with Tyrion, I think Tyrion was actually his boy, which is why he actually set up that meeting.
I get it.
Mm-hmm. And then we got to see Danny doing her queen thing, letting all these folks know, like, hey, listen, I don't want to kill you, so like you just bend the knee and like fight with me, and you good. I'll let you live.
Right.
But if not, then I gotta kill you. Which people might look at as like, oh, she's turning crazy, she's going mad queen. But I'm like, no, that sounds perfectly reasonable to me. Like, why would I just let you live so you can fight against me later? And I'll kill you in battle then. Like, I can just kill you now and be more efficient about it. And that's how I see it. Now, does she have to like burn them alive? Probably not. But
who is she, the mother of dragons, without burning people alive? What's the
exactly,
point of having dragons if you're not gonna burn some niggas alive?
Well, I mean, she did just burn everybody alive before they did this part. Like she already burned folks. She already showed she'll do it. So it was
Exactly.
like it wasn't necessary for her to do it now. But
I don't know. I disagree. I feel like she's not doing what the
consistent.
Mad King did, because the Mad King was just killing everybody without giving them a choice. She gave him a choice.
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah.
said no, and now has to be tough. She's justified in being tough to hey, I'm not fucking around. Like,
oh, I get
you
it.
have your choice.
You're misunderstanding me. I get it. I'm just presenting the other side of the people who are saying maybe she didn't have to burn them alive. I'm like, you kill them, you kill them. I don't give a fuck how you do it. But
well, I see it more as
I wanted him to eat it.
Be consistent. Like she been burning niggas for like seasons now. Like stay consistent.
Yeah.
I'm for it. I wanted him to eat them and like rip them in half. That's what I was rooting for. I was like, eat these motherfuckers, toss them in the mouth.
I like how like at first there was some who like tried to act like they were gonna be tough and not bend the knee, and then Drogon roared at them and they all dropped real quick.
It's like,
I was like, yeah, I'd have done the same shit. I'd be like, all right,
bro, all right, I got you. I'm on the knee. I got you.
Yep. Yes, sir. Exactly what I would have done.
But yeah, you see the Tarleys, they both were like, no, we ain't bending the knee. We chose a side, yada, 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 yada. You brought over the dragons and foreign eunuchs and all this kind of shit. You're not from here. You don't represent us. You're not my queen, that kind of shit. And she's like, all right, burn, baby, burn. And that was the end of that.
Baby, burn.
But then we move on. And, Jaime comes back, lets Cersei know what happened, and clearly she's not happy. And of course not, because, she's getting her ass whooped. She thought she was winning this shit. And then everything changes when dragons are involved. It's just like, yo,
shit.
We were winning, and then she showed up with one dragon and took everything out. Imagine what happens when she comes with 3. Like, what do you do? What do you do? You just bend over and take that shit. That's what you do. You were trying to tell Cersei
all
that. And she was trying to tell Cersei that, but she was being hard-headed. She's like, no, we fight. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Gonna get everybody killed. But then we see Daenerys returns to Dragonstone. Jon sees her return. They talk for a bit, but before that, we see Jon pets Drogon.
That was such an amazing scene.
He was like, yo, you fam, man. You fam. So, yeah, you good.
Right.
Drogon knows.
Fam, what up? Oh, shit. Yeah, he's like, what up, nephew?
Like, he smelled it. He was like,
or cousin. That'd be cousin.
Yeah, that'd be cousin. Like, I smell you. What up, cuz?
What up, cuz?
Nah, it's like how you show up to, like, the family reunion. You like, Campo.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's what Drogon said.
That was awesome.
He probably flew off and told the other 2 dragons, like, yo, that's fam down there. Y'all know that?
Yeah, that was awesome.
But also, Jorah returned to Dragonstone. Like, hey, I'm all cured. I'm not all scaly shit and all that, And she's like, oh,
you don't have grayscale anymore?
Yeah. It's like, oh, you did cure yourself. Yay, you're back. And then he kind of just left again. But
immediately. But hey, he's like, I'm here to serve you,
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what he's always done. He's like, that's what I'll continue to do. Let's see. So Jorah's back. But then Bran did his 3-eyed raven thing, flying over with a bunch of ravens and the army of the dead. Goddamn, like that's quite the army. Like, what do you do? just how do you fight that? Like
When if you the people that die, the dude can just bring them back immediately.
on
like,
his side, yeah. It's just
on
like
his
if they
side,
kill
yeah.
any of you, you're now part of his army.
So you're gonna like kill twice the amount, like triple the amount. Like
Yeah,
it's
so
crazy.
like you got to kill them and then turn around and kill some of your own because some of your own are going to join him, and not to mention the fact that a lot of your own are probably already with him. And yeah,
Right. Yeah, all those wildlings at Homestead episode or whatever it was
Hard
called.
Home,
He's
yeah.
just like, "Woo, woo."
Yeah, man. God
I'm
damn.
calling to next week's episode Hard Home Part 2.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be something like a Hard Home Part 2.
Hard Home. That's what it was called.
Because here's the thing, that's the second to last episode, and we know how the second to last episode goes. Somebody ain't gonna make it. Like, it's
I hope it's not John or Tormund.
probably gonna be Gendry. They probably brought him back just to kill him in this next episode.
No,
I had
Gendry.
Tormund dying in my pool.
You do have Tormund in your death pool. Speaking of Tormund continues to be one of my favorite people. Like,
Yeah,
it's
dude, I love him so
just-
much. Him and the Hound, those are my two favorite characters, bro.
Like he even
Love 'em.
like he was talking about like when John shows up, he's like he tells him his plan, of course, and he's like turns to Davos like, isn't it your job to keep him from doing stupid shit like this? Like he's like, yeah, I guess. And then like when Davos said like I'm a liability in a fight, blah 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 blah, and Tormund like, yeah, you are. Just-
You are.
and then like then he asked about Brienne too. He's just like, yeah, where's my girl at? And he didn't.
Is the big girl coming or something?
Yeah,
like,
the
whatever
large
they
woman,
said,
yeah,
dude.
something
He
like
tried
that.
to play it so chill, like he knows what Brienne's name
Because he was looking all angry. He's like, is the big girl coming?
Yeah.
Like, it was so good.
Yeah,
I fucking
man.
love him. He's in love with her, dude. It's so funny.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, let's move on to people that I don't love. And that's these fucking maesters. Because,
is.
there's some dicks, man. I don't just... you look and you like Sam is telling them what's going on. And the way they dismiss him is like, yo, why do you have to be an asshole about it? Like, he came from the north, right? Like, he came from up there. He's seen
He
some
was
shit.
there, on the other side of the wall. Like,
Even when he confirmed
Killed
like what
them.
brands sent them, like yo, this is real shit.
Sure.
Like,
saw it. You have someone here that knows fucking twats.
I hate them.
Ah.
I hate them all. It's just, oh
Yeah,
man,
a bunch of-
I hope the
bunch of
Night King
bad.
just chops you all to pieces. Just fuck. Because he said like, yo, if you say like, yo, shit's going down, people will believe you. You can make
Yeah.
shit happen. But no, they're just gonna sit on their little
Asses.
multi-link chain asses and just let shit fall apart because they've been sitting there too long. That's pretty much what it is. They got too old sitting around that citadel too long, and they've forgotten that like there's a whole world that actually exists out there that you have to like deal with. Let's talk about Varys for a second, because Varys is not very happy about what Daenerys did. And
Yeah.
he was telling Tyrion, like, yo, you're telling yourself the same thing I used to tell myself when Ares used to burn people. Like, it's not me doing it. Even when they beg, it's not me doing it. I didn't do anything. I just provide information. He's doing this on his own. It's not me. And all that shit. Which I think this is a different situation. Once again, like I said, because this is actual war, Ares was just burning people because he was just fucking nuts.
Bored.
Yeah. Let's see. They have a little conference with what's left of Danny's small council because, where's Missandei? Why wasn't she there? Now that I think about
She
it.
was doing other shit for the queen, bro.
Like what?
Like what?
I don't know.
She just
Maybe
wasn't
her and
there.
Grey
Like they
Worm
were having this
officers are
talk and she
somewhere.
just wasn't there. She was, conspicuously absent.
Well, maybe she and Grey Worm were having a vacation.
Grey Worm is over at
and how do
Casterly
we know
Rock.
Missandei didn't just go over there?
Because she was just talking about how he better hurry up and get back, so she didn't go after him.
And so clearly he didn't do it fast enough, so she went over there. She took charge.
No.
I don't know where she's at, man.
Yeah. Anyway,
She's just taking a shit.
maybe that's what happened. Maybe she was taking a shit while this was going on. We'll go with that. So Tyrion, tells Jon like, "Yo, all right, listen. If you can bring some proof," and he was like, "How the fuck am I supposed to do that?" And he's like, "Yo, bring one of them back." And Jorah, because he's out of his fucking mind, because I'm thinking the grayscale did fuck with his head a little bit. It's like, yeah, I'll go get one for you, because he somehow knows how to do that. I'm not sure what he adds to that mission at all. Like, it's just besides just another body.
I mean, Ser Jorah's not a bad fighter.
I mean, yeah, but what would he know about the Army of the Dead? Like, he volunteered, like he had something like meaningful to contribute besides just swinging a sword, though. Like,
yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, what about Gendry though? Gendry's just swinging a hammer.
Well, Gendry just didn't want to be in King's Landing anymore. Like, I feel like that's what it was.
Yeah.
And now he was like, Davos was just getting him out of there. So Gendry
He's
was
like,
just
I don't know what the reason is, but I've been training for it. I've been waiting for it.
Yeah, man. And that's like what he said to Jon. Like, yo, our fathers were fighters. They fought together. I'll fight with you. I'm down. Let's do this shit. So that was some different shit for Gendry. Gendry wasn't going up there like because he thought he could contribute particularly to that. It was just he just wanted to help however he could. Let's see. Then we get folks up in the north tripping because Jon's not there and trying to like, hey, Sansa, we'll follow you instead of Jon. And she's like, oh, nah, bruh. Mm-mm. So that's happening.
With it.
Yeah. But then Arya's sitting in the back watching, and she's just like, yo, I know you want it. Like, don't try to act like you don't. I see you. I see that shit. Because that's part of what she was trying to do is see what people are doing and see what they really want and figure out people, And she knows Sansa wants that whole queen shit. Like, she knows. That's why she took, like, their parents' quarters and all that kind of shit. Because she wants to rule.
And, like, she was looking like Cersei, that whole, like, you respect Cersei conversation from before and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. She was just like, yeah, she's trying. She could tell, like, you're fighting it. Like, I know you don't want it, but I know you want it. It's just, whew. How do you deal with that? Like, understand what your own nature is, I guess, Also, they got to figure out how to set up a meeting so that, Jon can bring his proof. So Tyrion has to sneak into King's Landing. Davos smuggles him in so he can talk to Jaime. So Bronn brings Jaime. They talk. Tyrion's like, look, bruh, let's talk. Jaime's pissed, and Tyrion's like, listen. Our dad was a fucking asshole, all right? And
you know this, I know this.
Exactly. And
all King's Landing know this.
They move past that, though, like, all right, look. Worse shit is about to come. You need to listen to me real quick, because this is some crazy shit. And
real shit.
Yeah, man. Like, the shit we fighting over right now don't even fucking matter, bruh. Like, it's irrelevant.
Well, that's what I liked about that last scene when he was like, what's the difference? Like, he's like, we're breathing, like, that's why we're going to do this together.
Yeah, when Jon was talking when Gendry's like, yo, why? What makes you think we're on the same side? I'm like, yeah, because we're breathing. Let's go get
we're the breathing side, motherfucker. Like, these motherfuckers are dead. We're alive. We're on the same fucking team. Like, I thought that was a cool ass, like, smooth, quick and easy, like, straight. That was nice. I like that line. That was a good line.
Yeah, speaking of Gendry, this is when Davos goes and finds Gendry, like, hey, let's go. But he threw in that joke about, thought maybe you were still rowing, because people have been saying that for a long time. Like, Gendry took off on his boat. He's still rowing now. Yeah. I enjoyed that. Right now, he learned how to fight with that hammer. And apparently Cersei knew about that meeting between Jaime and Tyrion. I'm not sure where she found out or where the whispers came from.
That's what I'm saying. I want to know how she found out about that.
Well, I'm guessing because Kyman's still using those kids, watching everything, feeding them information and all that kind of shit.
You're right. I forgot all about that.
Mm-hmm. But we also find out that Cersei is with child.
Blech.
I don't think so.
You don't think she actually is?
Nope.
Why not?
I mean, I could see her lying about it to give him incentive to
He's
want to.
manipulating Jamie.
Yeah, she might be manipulating him. You might be, but I can also see how.
I don't know.
Exactly. It's also perfectly possible that she's just pregnant because clearly she's been fucking her brother on a very regular basis.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
he may have put another one of those incest babies in her. So
This is true.
we shall.
They're
see.
not exactly old, so I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say they're in their 30s.
Yeah, I would guess they're in their 30s.
That's like when I was like, when she's like, all our children are dead, and I was like, and bitch, you can have more. Like,
It's true.
Let's see.
all I kept sitting there thinking was that, like, the whole time she was talking, I was like, no, she isn't. Don't say it. And then he was like, who would be the father? Then she was like, you. And I was like, oh my God, she said it. And like, I was sitting here thinking, like, bitch, there are probably women in King's Landing who can't even have one child, and you over here having 4 in incest. Like, this is gross.
Well, I mean, she still just, she do what she want. Like, I'm the queen.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She does.
See.
I kind of like Cersei. I think she's crazy. I like her. She has, like Olenna said, Olenna had a lack of imagination. Like Cersei has this crazy imagination for like killing people and getting back at people, and I think that's admirable.
Mark, can you do me a favor?
But fuck Cersei.
Can you lower your camera a little bit? It looks weird.
Me?
Yeah, you. There you go. That was a bit too much. A little higher. There you go. Thank you.
Do you want me to lower mine?
No, that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. You were good where you were. It was just like her face was like halfway out of the frame and shit, and she just it was. I tried to ignore it for a while, but it really started to bother me.
Now that we're done with the episode.
Let's see. We talked about the Maesters being assholes and the Maester finding about
Fuck those
Sam
guys.
leaving, and let's see. So Littlefinger is out there littlefingering. And
Out there putting fake news.
yeah, man, that was some fucked up shit that he did. So he knew Arya was following him clearly, and had her find this little message, the one that Sansa said back in I think season 2, when she was telling them like, "Yo, Rob, like the Lannisters have treated me well. Our father was a traitor," and yada 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 yada. The things she was forced to say. And now Arya reads that, and of course now Arya's pissed. And they talked about it in the whole after the show thing, like, yo, like, that's what Littlefinger wants, is for them to be at odds. He doesn't want them teaming up, because they team up, he's on the outs. And that's not what he wants. Let's see. Talked about Tormund. Talked a little bit about the Hound returning with Beric Dondarrion and Top Knot. What's Top Knot's name? Do either one of you remember?
Nope.
Thoris?
Is that his name?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
That's what what's his name? Jorah called them.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we saw them, and they're heading north of the Wall. Whew. We'll see. But
Dude.
from the previews for next week, it doesn't seem like it goes very well. So
Now, I saw a lot of John running back the other way.
Running away.
it's just get the fuck out of here.
Monty Python. Run away!
There's a whole lot of let's get the fuck out of here.
Dude, I was dying.
Yeah, so let's end this the way we end them all. Let's talk about it. Who's winning this week?
What?
Who's winning this week?
Gendry.
I think Gendry's winning. Okay.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, he's back. Getting to kill people. Killed two kills already. And he just came back like
Right? He only been back 5 minutes. He already killed some.
he Freakies with
Already,
Dabo,
he
only
already
person.
murking niggas.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I'm for Gendry right now.
What
Gendry
about
had
you, Mara?
Mine, who's winning? I don't want to say Daenerys because she's coming off of that, I just fucked up this whole army high. But I also feel like Gendry could also be winning. But I'm gonna stay loyal to Daenerys, so I'm gonna say Daenerys.
It's a good choice. I'd have to
She's not losing, so
clearly. I feel like I gotta go with Mara on this one, even though John, I think you're right. Gendry's haven't had a great week. He did have a very good week, but right now Danny's still sitting on top because she's got the high ground right now.
she got the dragon.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. But there's a subtle win for Sam going on too. Like it's
Yeah,
But outside of that, we're gonna move forward. Who's losing?
the Tarley family, except for Sam.
Yeah, the Tarleys for sure.
Yeah, that's
Dad and bro.
yeah. I'm with
Yeah.
you on that one. I gotta go with you on that one. The
I was
Tarleys are
trying to
Like they
pick.
losing.
don't even, I don't think they even know that Sam left, where the Maesters are yet, or if
They
they
don't
if
even know he
they
went
know
there,
that
dude. Like,
went there.
yeah, I don't think
They
he
don't know
even
where
knows.
he went. He just dipped out.
They
As
just
far as
know.
they know, they probably think he's dead at this
They
point.
just know he took their
And
sword. Like that's all they know.
That's a good thing because he's the only one that should have it right now.
Yeah. Cool.
so,
Anything else you
yeah,
all want to throw out there before we get out of here?
I'm just really excited for next time. The north of the wall shit.
Oh yeah, I'm with you.
That's gonna be shit.
Anything?
That's gonna be the shit.
Anything from you, Mara?
nope.
Okay, we're gonna end it there. You can find us. Well, let me ask you folks this. What do you think of this episode? Who do you think is winning this week? What do you think of that little revelation with Gilly finding that little tidbit in the books?
I needed her to read more.
All those things. Tell us what you think. Put it in the comments. Want to hear it? I might respond to you. Maybe.
You might. You most likely will.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but you can find us on both Twitter and Instagram at Creation Magazine. Also our Facebook group, Creation Magazine Presents, #ThemeThrones. You can find me on both Twitter and Instagram at Sir Cussalott. That is at SIR_CUSSALOTT. Mara, where can they find you?
On Instagram and Twitter at @MaraDashark_ MARADASHARK_.
And John, where can they find you, sir?
Johnny Jones, JONNYJUMS for Insta, Snapchat, and Twitter.
All right. We're going to end that for this week. We'll see you next week for #ThemeThrones. Until then, stay creative, stay free.
Bye.
Peace.